Hello everybody, this is Jeremiah Jocelyn with Josco Homes. I'm sitting over here at an auto body shop waiting for my brakes to get fixed, and I had a little rant I figured I'd give you. I've seen a lot of people, and I've done a lot of quotes, a lot of different estimates on different projects, and everyone wants to get the best price, and I understand that. Don't get me wrong. But in a lot of trades, there's a very true statement, and that is that you get what you pay for. I see people, they live in multi-million-dollar homes and tens of $1,000 homes, and then they hire some fly-by-night off of Craigslist. And if you advertise on Craigslist, this ain't a slight against you, but they hire some fly-by-night to come in here. He's cheaper than everybody else. He's got no references. He's got no recommendations. And I have built an entire career. I have built an entire business off of coming after these people and fixing their garbage. Because you don't build it right, it's going to fall, it's going to rot, it's going to cause damage to existing structures. It's not going to look right, and I'm going to have to come back here and I'm going to have to fix it. My dad always says you can pay me to install it, or you can pay me to fix it. And I promise you to pay me to fix it's going to cost more than if you just paid me to do it right the first time. But I see a lot of people, because they can get an extra $100, $200 off a price, they're going to go with some guy who don't know what they're doing. And I understand that, it's in this world, there's a lot of people who can talk a good talk, but they can't necessarily walk the walk. That's why it's important to do your research, find people that approve of these subcontractors, look at their work, look at what they've done, find people but don't just read the good reviews, read the bad reviews. Everyone wants to sign on the dotted line when they think they're going to get something amazing. But I read the bad reviews, see what people have to say, and then when you hire that contractor, question them on the bad reviews. I find out why this worked out this way. But interview your contractor, invest some time. Don't just go for the cheapest bid just because it's the cheapest. Cheap is not always best. I'll give you an illustration. When I first started selling real estate several years back, my very first listing was a home that was worth about $920,000. Okay. Now I did a lot of CMAs on this, looked at a lot of comps, come up with $920,000. Well, I went over there and I pitched my listing to the lady, and she didn't have a problem with it, but she had one more person that was going to come and do a listing agreement. Well, they came and they told her that they could get $1.2 million for her house. Well, who do you think she chose? She chose the person that promised the most, all right? And so she thought, well, hey, Jeremiah only wants to give me $920,000 for my house. This guy wants to give me $1.2 million. And so she listed with the other guy. Well, that other guy ended up, he listed the property, but that house sat on the market for a year and a half. A year and a half. And when it ended up selling, a year and a half later, it sold for less than $900,000. So, I mean, you got to do some looking into it, all right? Not everybody that promises you the world for pennies is accurate. It doesn't always work that way, all right? So I may not be the cheapest guy out there. I may not be, all right? But I know I'm not the most expensive. But one thing that we do is we stand by our work. We do it right. We do it right the first time. And more importantly, you call me back in a year, 2 years, whatever we've worked out, and you got a slight problem with your project, man. I show up personally with my tool belt on to fix it. Why? Because that's what we do. And that's how we handle a project. And that's how Josco Homes is founded. And that's the principles that we built on. Now, like I said, there's a lot of other good companies out there, but you need to be willing to take the time and invest the effort to take a look at these projects. Take a look at these contractors who are going to quote your job. Or if you list your house, if you sell your house, there's a huge issue with listing your house for more than it's worth. It doesn't always work. Just because you list a $100,000 project for $150 doesn't mean you're going to get $150 for it because you're willing to wait. It doesn't work that way. More time doesn't mean you'll always sell it for that higher price. You need to get someone that knows what they're doing, someone that's been in the business long enough, and they know the ins and outs of it. But anyway, that's my little rant for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember, Josco Homes for your next project. Thank you.